words have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the trending contracts. And today's contract, Kill Order 2-11-003439-91, and is set in Miami. And the contract ID is obviously up on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a crack at it, and has been supplied to us today courtesy of Sophie Massey 77. So on to our briefing, and there isn't one, so we'll just say that our targets have been very naughty and they need to be punished. And speaking of targets, today we have 5 of them, with no stipulations on how we dispatch them or what we wear whilst we do so we have a free map. So for today's challenge, we will be starting at the Dolphin Fountain, and we're going to be bringing with us our ever-trusty lockpick, our vial of lethal poison, and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we're going to put down that rather blurry newspaper, and we're going to head for the overpass next to the Kronstadt building. There is a camera between us and that, but we're not going to worry about that just yet, as we are heading for a security room and we can deal with the cameras accordingly. So once we get to the overpass, we're going to lockpick our way through the gate and make our way up the stairs to the very tippy top, and up here we will find a door leading into the Kronstadt building. And in here we're just going to use instinct to check on the location of everybody, and we have a window to make our way out of the window and up the drain pipe to the top floor. And up here we will find that we are outside the security office. We are going to wait here for the opportune moment. As you can see, one of the 2 guards is currently outside the room, and as I'm not sure how long he will be out there, we're just going to wait for him to come into the room, go through his routine and leave again. That will then leave us enough time to dive through the window, render his colleague unconscious. We're going to dump him out of the window, and we can then move him away from said window, or more importantly, directly underneath and between the windows. We're going to take his outfit, and just before we leave, we're going to deal with the surveillance system. So that's that dealt with. We can now move on freely through this floor to our targets, and before we go any further, we're just going to make a quick stop in the bathroom and add our lethal poison to the eye drops here. They will come in handy later on. So from here on out, we're going to make our way around to the data area, which is just to our right. There is another gentleman over here in a red jacket. We're just going to turn on that plug there. That will deal with the gentleman in the red jacket in a little while. In the meantime, we're going to return to the data area and the utility area behind that. We're going to turn off the fuse box on the wall and grab the wrench, and that will get the attention of one of the 3 scientists or researchers in the area. Now the first one we've managed to snare is not one of our targets, so we're just going to render him unconscious. So once we've done that, we're not going to mess with the fuse box. We're just going to retrieve our wrench and wait for the fuse box to snare a second victim. So either of the next 2 will be our targets, and we have one winner here. He's going to make his way over. We will let him discover the body just so that we can add insult to injury in a way. We're just going to give him a little shock before we render him unconscious. Oh look, someone's unconscious. now there's 2 of you. So well, our first target, we've got enough time to hopefully drop him off of the ledge here. Be aware that this doesn't always kill the targets. You can quite easily drop people off of there and they survive, in which case you'll have to go down the drain pipe and break their neck. And at least that way it looks like they fell off the ledge. So we once again reset for the final of the researchers, and again we're just going to let him discover the bodies, render him unconscious very quickly, and then dump him over the ledge as well. And we're also going to turn off the fuse box at this point so that we don't attract any more attention and no one else will come along and find the unconscious researcher on the upper ledge here. So 2 targets taken care of, there they are, head and tails. We can now move back on to the gentleman in the red jacket, who you will see just across from us over here. He is currently engaged in a phone call, and we are going to distract him from that phone call by shooting the plug socket on the wall there, or on the floor should I say. That will get his attention. He will come over to investigate, and we can then shoot a hole in the water jug. Doesn't matter that he's spotted us because we've already turned the plug on, and he is going to go down like a tree. So 3 targets down, 2 more to go. Our final 2 targets, one of which being Mr. Knox himself. He's already set up, ready to go. Now we just need to deal with the final researcher over here. So what we're going to do is overflow the sink in the utility room here. That will get the attention of one of the guards. As you can see, the gentleman in the red jacket's body has now just been discovered as well. So we're going to take care of this guard, and then we're going to reset for the other guard, but we're not actually going to lure him in straight away, as the guard removing the gentleman in the red jacket will come through this area. So when the guard comes in and turns off the water, we can grab his gun, render him unconscious, hide him in the box, and we're just going to wait now for that gentleman there removing the body to come through this room. And once he is safely past, he doesn't come back this way, he takes a different route back. We can then reset our trap and luring the second guard. Now you may actually snare yourself the target himself. If so, that's a bonus and it saves you a little bit of time. For me and for the purposes of this video, we managed to snare both of the guards first of all, so we get to continue with the planned kill. So once the guard turns the water off, we're just going to pounce on him, render him unconscious. We're not too worried about his gun, but we do want to hide his body in the crate provided, and then we can move on to the target himself. So he is not an enforcer, so we can run straight past him into the gym and grab Big Mooney's axe. And what we're going to do now is just lure our target over behind the screen there with our wrench. There we go, that should be deep enough. And when our target goes over to investigate, we are going to launch Big Mooney's axe straight at him.
Anybody there?
So that's target number 4 taken care of. All that's left for us to do now is to deal with Robert Knox, and we've already done a fair bit of the setup. So I'm just going to make my way to the helicopter exit and lockpick the door here in advance. We're then going to make our way back over to the office area, and we are going to turn on the air conditioning unit. Now Robert Knox has literally just entered the area as well, so we won't be waiting around very long for him. We do have to avoid one enforcer, who is luckily enough at this point staring out of the window. So once the air conditioning unit has been turned on, all we have to do now is wait at the exit, or in this case, for the purposes of the video, we are going to make our way to the bathroom so that we can witness the Robert Knox kill.
Something's... no, what's happening? The pain!
So that's Robert Knox dealt with. All that's left for us to do now is to make good our escape, and our escape route is nice and clear. All we have to do is duck out the window and head for the helicopter. So 5 targets down, 1 helicopter acquired. Not a bad haul for a trending contract. So we just get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We had no objectives to worry about, so we get our Silent Assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.